All right, Mark, thank you. In just over a year, California will see a new leader.
That's right. Governor Newsom will be termed out, and a long list of candidates are already lining up to take his spot in 2026. Among those looking to win over Californians is businessman and first-time political candidate Stephen Cloobeck. He is joining us this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I like the J. As you said, it's bougie.
It's bougie.
Yes, it is. It is bougie. Okay, so you're a long-time Democratic donor, but this is your first time running. Why run now?
Because I interviewed every candidate.
Yeah?
I've been around 40 years, politics and policy. I ran tourism in the United States. I worked for the White House.
Under the Obama administration.
Under President Obama, I created Brand USA. And beyond all odds, we were able to do that. Clinton tried it, Obama and myself were able to do it. And I ran Nevada, so I've actually changed laws in many states. I created and fixed the most broken hospitality company, Sunterra to Diamond Resorts, against all odds. And as I sold that company to Hilton, I'm a self-made guy, grew up in Southern California, Valley boy.
Encino.
Encino, yeah.
Just right down the road from where we're sitting right now.
That's right, heavy-handed down the street, best hamburger place in town, Spot.
You got to throw in the food recs.
Come on. It occurred to me, California changed a lot since I grew up here.
Yeah.
And I moved back home. I actually came back home where people are leaving. All my friends are leaving. But there's no better place to live in the world than California. So I interviewed every candidate, and not one was qualified for me to donate to. Not one even understood the solutions California needs to fix it.
So what were the issues that you were asking them about that you didn't feel they were qualified to fix?
I always do surveys with pollsters who I've worked with for decades, Frank Luntz, and public and private. And we went to the customer of California. California's not open for business. It's not affordable, livable, or workable. And not one candidate had solutions for any of those issues.
And that's things people care about. Yeah, what would be your solutions? Pick one of those and tell us the plan.
It's simple. No candidate's fixed broken. I have. I fixed the most destroyed hospitality company in the world, 20 years unfixable. And we not only fixed it, we made it survive and thrive. It was sold to Hilton. So we created value. And we're all customers here in California. Not one politician sees us that way. We need equal or greater value. We have an insurance crisis in the state. It's fixable. I had to do that with my hospitality company worldwide. And I have that solution on my website to fix our insurance problems. The affordability crisis. I used to build shopping centers here in the 80s. We need to go back to affordability and make sure that contract's fulfilled for all of us where we all can buy a home and live here. We're going to approach $8, $9 gas here because of so many regulations. We're regulated to death.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that because you do talk about deregulation in a number of...
And I'm a Democrat.
And you're a Democrat.
So that's a little contra.
Yes.
And because in the Democratic Party I grew up in during the Reagan eras of California.
Who was a Republican?
Who was a Democrat that became a Republican because he was head of the union.
That's true.
That's right. So let us not forget, it's called a Blue Dog Democrat, where we worry about our balance sheet, our income statement, and security and safety. We don't steal here, not $950, and we need sane and humane immigration. So it's a balance, it's heart center, and we gotta find that bravado, that voice in the heart center, because 68% of us, the poll says, we want that. So we have to disrupt California. And there's not one candidate in the Democratic Party that's not compromised. There's not one candidate that signed the front of a check. There's not one candidate I think you would trust with your life safety, as we saw in Los Angeles.
Well, you've been very critical of Governor Newsom.
I care for him very much. We just lead very differently. A matter of fact, you grow on the shoulders of others, and he's copying my bravado, which I think is great. He finally,
so you like it?
Well, because he finally is fighting for California, and that's what we need, fighters for California. We're the 4th largest economy in the world. Let's be on offense.
Can we talk about that, though? You've written a book, and in it you were very critical of the drama, 2 books, drama in politics, right? But now it seems like it's unavoidable to get attention if you're running.
Well, look, we're going to have to disrupt the system because everyone's compromised that's running for office right now. They're all compromised. And not one person would you trust, and I looked at this, who would I trust with the life safety of my children and my family and friends? Who would I trust running my checkbook, which is our taxpayer dollars? They all think it's their money. It's not, it's our money. We're the customers of California. Give us equal or fair value.
Well, you're somebody who has, you've been compared to Donald Trump many times as the Democrat.
I've sat across the table from him.
Do you like the comparison? Are you
Yeah, I'm the opposite of Donald Trump. I've got the same bravado. He was the apprentice. I was the undercover boss.
Right.
Both our shows ended up in tears. Mine were happy tears. I also have integrity. He doesn't. I have values. He doesn't. I pay my contractors. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I serve. I am that true old-time Democrat where I roll up my sleeves. What do you want for dinner? I'll cook it for you, serve it to you, clean your plates.
So do you consider yourself fiscally conservative and socially liberal? And what stances?
Socially thoughtful, liberal. I take care of people. I'm in the customer business. We're all customers of California. We're not voters, we're customers. We all pay taxes. Give us equal or greater value.
I understand the business side of things, but the other thing happening in this country is, the attack on DEI and woke policies and all those types of things.
I believe in DEI.
Okay.
Discipline, education, integrity. Donald does too. Donald Jr., Eric, and Ivanka. Do you get the juxtaposition?
I do. I just, what are some of the issues, though, socially, that voters can count on you in California to uphold?
Safe and humane immigration. Pathway to citizenship. Okay? Let's not fight the battles we're going to lose when we have bigger battles to fight. We have farm workers in California that we depend on to eat. And do you know there are certain farm workers that are going to a food bank in Arvin, California? In what world? In what world?
But you have stated that you think the state has moved too far to the left. In what ways?
Well, I grew up on a cul-de-sac, and I had to turn left to get on it. It's funny. When you get to that end of the cul-de-sac, you got to turn around. So that means we have to move right. And that's the right decision. We got to move back to the center. I mean, we're at a position where you really do have to think about who are you going to entrust with your life safety? Did we not get a wake-up call in Altadena and the Palisades? When I grew up in Southern California, we had to clean our brush around our homes. And if we didn't, we were fined. Okay? Those are laws that we all have to live by and abide by. And I interviewed people on the Democratic side and the Republican side, and there was not one individual that has signed the front of a check.
You keep mentioning trust. How do you get Californians to trust you? Why should they trust you?
Look at my experience and my results. Okay, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Why are you
I'm a
doing
little
this?
crazy.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but
that's known. Because look, this is a difficult job. Okay, this is a difficult job, and you need absolutely unapologetic authenticity with warmth and compassion, and I have that. This is tough. This is not easy. But I'm unemployable and I need a job. And it's a joke, but not a. This is tough. This is really, really tough.
Yeah, it's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job, but I love my state so much, and I don't want my children to move. And I've had so many friends that have left, and their children have had to leave prior to them leaving. And we're going to get to a place where we can't afford to live here.
Well, we could talk to you for hours because your backstory is fascinating.
And you have so much experience.
Thank you.
I hope voters
Well,
go.
and that's the difference. You said the most important thing, experience, and not one other candidate has experience. They're all career politicians that have been battlefield promoted.
So you think this is a plus that this is your first time running?
100%, because I'm not compromised, and they all are.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being with us.
We do
this
appreciate
morning.
your time. Thank you for coming in this morning to talk to us.
I can't wait to keep following the campaign.
Yes, and we hope to see you again. It is